Hi everyone, I'm Teresa Marzolph with Culture Engineered, and I'm here with your weekly update. This month we're talking about hiring and answering some of the most commonly asked questions we get around the hiring process from our clients. And today we are answering the question, how can I get more or better applicants for my open jobs? And so let's get started. We have 4 steps for you today. The first step is create an engaging post. So I think we use job postings or ads and the term job description interchangeably all too often, because really they're not, they have different goals. Job postings are something that's written from a marketing perspective to encourage applicants to apply and engage with your company and that job. Whereas job descriptions are a lot more legal in nature. That's where you're discussing essential functions of the job and really the responsibilities of that job itself, as far as day-to-day tasks and who it's reporting to, all this information. Because of that, it's really important that your job postings have some personality behind them. It really talks about the company's culture and how you're different, how your company and that role is different than maybe what candidates have experienced with other companies or job openings. So it's a lot more marketing type appeal versus like your legal department would be doing the job description, whereas your marketing department would likely be doing the posting to attract candidates to that position. Second step is post posting, the job posting, in a variety of places. First, you want to make sure you meet the requirements. So, for example, if you're in a certain industry or type of company that you're required to post in certain places, for example, you're a federal contractor and required to have an affirmative action plan, well, in that case, there are some places that you're required to post job openings. And a lot of times it's your state job listing service, and there might be some other ones. Maybe you're in an industry like broadcast. And there are certain places that you need to post that as part of that industry requirement. So really, that's number one, post where you need to. Fortunately, most of those are relatively affordable, if not free. And then the second step is where it gets a little more, or second option is where it gets a little more pricey, because next you want to start looking at job search engine sites. So obviously you have some type of careers page where you've posted this, hopefully. We'll come back to that. And now you want to expand people where they're going to look for jobs. So I'm looking for jobs and I go to Indeed or Monster or Career Builder or Glassdoor. I go to these variety of places. That's where you'll want to post your job opening to attract those candidates. So these can be a little bit pricey, and you'll want to really prioritize it based on where you've gotten candidates before. If you look at some of your top performers or those that you hired and it was a really positive experience, stick with those first, because again, pricing, this is where it gets a little more hefty. So Monster, for example, it'll depend on the number of jobs that you're posting, that'll dictate what your pricing is, because they incentivize you to post more jobs. So whereas $249 a month is what it costs for one job on Monster, for 5 jobs it's $449 per month. So depending on your hiring needs, that can be a good option for you if you plan to do a lot of hiring. Career Builder is $219 a month for one job, but if you just do one job and it's not a monthly situation, that's $375, and that's, I think, for 30 days. It might be for 60, and I apologize, but those are based on current prices, but you can see how that can add up pretty quickly. Depending on how long it takes to fill a job and how quickly you're acting on applicants, that'll really determine what you're looking to spend. Glassdoor, you usually, if you haven't done it before, get a week for free, and then moving forward, it's $199 a month. So again, most of these sites are incentivizing you to continue to post jobs and openings. If you don't hire a lot, that can be a little bit frustrating, but it still serves as an option. One little caveat here, Indeed and Glassdoor are also platforms in which existing employees, former employees, applicants can all go in and rate you as an employer. They can give you ratings on various aspects, how hard, they can answer questions, how hard was the interview, what's it like to work for these guys. If you're going to do a lot of posting with Indeed or Glassdoor, it's really important to invest some time and energy in building up your employer profile. That's where you'll really see a lot of success, because otherwise you'll drive people to apply to your job, and the first thing they'll do is look at your employer profile. If it's not flattering or it's not really the story you would like to tell, it's instead like a lot of review sites, all unhappy, unsatisfied customers, and yours would be unsatisfied employees and candidates. It's going to hurt you more than help you. So with those, first focus on building up your profile, then start doing the postings. It'll save you some money and time. And then also social media is a great option. Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. It's while you can post jobs, obviously, and openings, if you have a good social media presence for your company, and it'll go out to consumers and anyone who's engaged with your social media sites anyway, that isn't costly. However, running ads associated with that opening is, and it'll depend on how specific the audience is that you're looking to engage with and how frequently you want it displayed. So it can range from, $5 a day to $20 a day, I guess, and even up from there. So again, keep that in mind. That's probably your most expensive option, but if it's worked for you, it's worth it. And then step 3 is optimize your careers page. So you'll see kind of the flow here. First, we're looking for an attractive opening description. And second, we're looking to drive traffic. Third is to optimize your careers page, make it aesthetically pleasing so that once they're looking at your company, what it's like to work for your company, it's aesthetically pleasing and it tells the story you want to tell. It talks about, maybe you have a video focused on the culture of your organization. You have some employee photographs of company parties and outings and trainings and various things that, again, tell the story of what it's like to work for your organization. That can be really helpful. So if you don't have a very robust website or IT team internally, you're a little nervous about this, fortunately, there are some great landing page templates out there for a careers page. And these landing pages are specifically designed to target a specific audience and engage them. So similar to marketing uses this for whatever your company sells, you would be doing this for a careers purpose. So this is a great option for you, and I encourage you to take a look at that. Also, you'll want your website to be friendly to the variety of devices. Don't assume that everyone's on their desktop looking at your careers page. They might be on their cell phone, they might be on an iPad, whatever it is. So make sure that it's friendly to all devices, not just limiting it to desktops. You're really cutting yourself off at the knee there if you fail to act on that. And then the fourth and final step is manage your pipeline. So applicant tracking systems are great. Some of you, if you're doing a lot of posting and you, again, are required to track where your applicants are coming from and kind of this flow of applicants, applicant tracking systems are a necessity. If you're not doing a lot of hiring, fortunately, there's a lot of great affordable systems out there that can really help this process. It'll help from managing your workflow standpoint, as well as you want to continue to engage with people that have clicked on your page. So, you paid a lot to attract these people to your careers page. Don't force yourself into a situation where you have to repeat this process going forward. Really keep them engaged and stay in front of them as far as future opportunities with your organization, similar to your marketing does with people that have seemed as though they're interested in your products or service that the company provides. So these are our 4 steps to get you started. Join us next week when we talk about what interview questions should hiring managers ask in the hiring process. Otherwise, if you need additional help or you have some concerns around hiring, please reach out to Culture Engineered. We're happy to help. See you next week.